Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it.
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Washington Redskins and the Mounties. The Mounties enter this one knowing that this game could be...
They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. Surveying the field. Great protection. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining. And on 2nd and 10 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Back to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost fell schoolyard or playground.
A welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Mounties. The Mounties come into this challenge game knowing that they're...
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target, the tight end Newsome. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Johnson. And some space here. And he cuts it right sideline. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They give to Johnson going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
Green, 39.
On third down, Johnson. And he's got room. David Johnson on his way. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? Now the try here for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. They shakes it off. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jurrell Casey in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So second down, 3 yards to go now. On the give, this is their fullback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump.
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Mounties. The Mounties come into this challenge game knowing that for them, it all starts and ends on the defensive side of the ball. They say defense travels well, so if they can apply some pressure, maybe create a turnover or two, they could be in good position to steal this one on the road. With that, we're off to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey as we bring in the two men who will call our game, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Play clock winding down. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. There he goes, left side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he might have got... And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look.
Here we go now. Green.
And they'll go on the ground. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Mountains.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. From the gun, it's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And now it's 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. He'll look to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He's back to throw. Snead's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. And as the two teams talk it over on the offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Time time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Breeze. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. Underneath to Spiller. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. He's back to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll look to throw. Dumps it off for Spiller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And across the 10 to the 15. So defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. I'm Larry Ridley as we get set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Mounties. The Mounties enter this one knowing that this game could very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance, and defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They begin the drive with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And getting a look at the Wildcat here.
Let's go! 3-19!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39!
Now a handoff. Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
A good pickup there at 22.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tavon Austin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys have taken the lead here in the fourth. If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the fourth.
And it's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, this is Jacquizz Rodgers. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White in the final minute, and the Bears have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Cutler now to throw. And this is caught. And it's a three-point game. So they make the decision. They want a three-point lead versus a two-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to take over again. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat.
Let's go. Green.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one. 71 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
And his kick is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Cutler. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play where
I'm Larry Ridley in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the Mounties. The Mounties come into this challenge game knowing that they're in for it.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now it's Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And with 45 seconds showing, he spikes the football. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
We got three. Mike's 54.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Going for the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big, unfortunate ended in a big drop.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Back to throw. And Cameron has it over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
They find some open field here. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 30 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Larry Ridley here in our Orlando studios getting used to...
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go now.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that enables him to also pick up the first.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable. They really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, your defensive
Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL.
Back to throw. Carr. Complete. The tight end Rivera. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And they're going to speed things up here. He's back to throw. Open man is Holmes. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds. That was second down run for Murray. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers, or the third level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
And now here's a carry heading left. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
All right, here we go.
Johnson running right. And he's got some space here. And a cutback right sideline. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they have got the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Baldwin with it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Mounties. The Mounties enter this one knowing that this game could very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance, and defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers to throw. And complete right side to Cook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
319.
Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Now Rodgers got to have this one. They had to go for it with such little time remaining in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm Larry Ridley.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And the play clock's running down. Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Elliott cuts it out to the sideline. Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott, 63 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And the lead is down to 2. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the defense heading back out here on the road. They struggled that last drive. They were kind of hit 2 ways, both with the run and the pass.
And I love how you brought hit into it, because a lot of defense coordinators like to show a little cut-up film the night before a game. They usually have some boxing in there, and it always shows the guy being the aggressor, the guy on his toes punching, not back on his heels taking punches, and that's where this defense was on the last possession.
They were on their heels. Will they be on their heels again? Let's see. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and 10, it's Osweiler again. Pass incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's third down. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans defense, we watch them get set to go. And a tight ball game here, and in these close ones, every drive becomes magnified.
And we don't want to overuse the word critical, but it feels that way as they head out there for this possession. They need to get the ball back and give their offense a chance to get them totally back into this game.
We'll see if the defense can do just that here. They start on the ground with Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch it and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run them.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Now let's go. Blue line.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for the first.
But that was definitely a surprise there, handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
Now they try the right side here. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the...
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Game offense. Still first down.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the quarterback won't take the snap here. This is the Wildcat look.
Green, 39!
They try the left side with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. David Johnson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is down to 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes the Texans now. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult, because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on.
Now let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 10 here. Miller, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Shane Lechler now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Austin. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's got room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And cuts out right sideline. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Miller, the lone setback. He's back to throw. Underneath for Miller. It'll be a gain of 4. And it's a 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle.
A welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Mounties. The Mounties come into this one knowing they've got a fight on their hands. This could be one of those war of attrition types of games. So winning the field position battle and the turnover battle are going to be two big keys to seeing who gets out of here with the victory. With that, let's get out to the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
He'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Palmer gives to Johnson. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Wide 18. Wide 18.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Here's Palmer. He's got Floyd out left. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Here we go. It's Palmer on 4th down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to...